Hi everyone, Miss Ariel here with another amazing story to share with you guys today. I hope everyone had a great Easter holiday. I spent most of my day video chatting with my family, talking about all the things we're doing to stay busy while indoors. I have a really awesome story by an Irish author named Oliver Jeffers. He is so great because he illustrates his own stories and he hides a secret little message in all of his stories. But something really special about the story I chose today is that I bought it while I was in Ireland. So I hope you guys enjoy reading it with me. The story is called Stuck. It's about a boy who is out flying his kite and gets it stuck in a tree. So before we read the story, I want you guys to take a second to spark your own thoughts and think about what ways you might get your kite unstuck from a tree. So I'm going to put our spark question right behind me. While I'm reading it, you can think about that, or you can take a second before I start and think about some ways you might get your kite unstuck. All right, let's start. Stuck by Oliver Jeffers. It all began when Floyd got his kite stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. The trouble really began when he threw his favorite shoe to knock the kite loose. And that got stuck too. He threw up the other shoe to knock down his favorite shoe, and unbelievably, that got stuck as well. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch. Cats get stuck in trees all the time, but this was getting ridiculous. Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort this out once and for all. What do you think Floyd is going to do with that ladder? I have some ideas, but take a second to think for yourself what he might be doing with that ladder. Let's see. And he threw it up. I'm sure you can guess what happened. Stuck. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbor and would definitely need to be put back before anyone noticed. And in order to do so, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it. And wouldn't you know, the bucket of paint got stuck. Then Floyd tried a duck to knock down the bucket of paint, a chair to knock down the duck, his friend's bicycle to knock down the chair, the kitchen sink to knock down his friend's bicycle, their front door to knock down the kitchen sink, the family car to knock down the front door, the milkman to knock down the family car, an orangutan to knock down the milkman, who surely had somewhere else to be. And the milkman saying, "Did you get up here the same way?" to the cat. He also tried a small boat to knock down the orangutan, a big boat to knock down the small boat, a rhinoceros to knock down the big boat, a long-distance lorry to knock down the rhinoceros, which I had to look up. A long-distance lorry is actually what Europeans refer to as a truck driver. So a giant truck was up in the tree. The house across the street to knock down the long-distance lorry. And someone's yelling out, "Floyd!" A lighthouse to knock down the house no longer across the street. Here's a whale saying, "Hi, what are you doing?" A curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse. and they all got stuck. Look at this tree with everything inside of it. I wonder what Floyd could possibly be thinking of doing next. Just then, a fire truck was passing and heard all the commotion. The firemen stopped to see if they could help at all. And up they went. First the engine, followed by the firemen, one by one. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. Firemen would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he'd be in big trouble. Then he had an idea and went to find a saw. What do you think Floyd's going to do with the saw? Let's see if you're right. He lined it up as best as he could and hurled it up the tree. I did not see that coming. Finally thought he had figured it out. And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Floyd was delighted. He had forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much. That night, Floyd fell asleep exhausted. Though before he did, he could have sworn there was something he was forgetting. What do you think Floyd is forgetting? He finally got that kite down out of the tree that he had forgotten all about. But there's something else he's forgetting that's stuck up in the tree. Oh no. The fireman in the tree is saying, "Hang on a minute, lads. I've got a great idea." Because there they are. Floyd had forgotten all about them. So that was Stuck by Oliver Jeffers. I'm going to take a second and turn back to our spark question that we had thought about in the beginning of our story. What are some ways you might be able to get a kite unstuck? So I hope while I was reading that story, you guys were thinking about some ways that you could get your own kite stuck out of the tree. We've had a lot of really windy days. I hope that you guys have been able to get outside and enjoy some of our nice weather. And I hope that you were able to get answers. I'm sure Floyd's creative ways were not exactly what you were imagining, but in the end, his kite came out of the tree. So thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, have a great day.